for the hometown. As soon as LeBron wins one for Cleveland, he could have left it. He could have run a 6-hour program where he spent the first 5 hours and 59 minutes just saying, I hate Cleveland. I hate Cleveland. I hope it burns down. I hope it burns down. And they would have been like, that's fine. You won one for us. But instead, no, he gets on there and talks about where he's going to be taking his talents this fall while being interviewed by Jim Gray. It was absolute torture of the highest degree. Honestly, it was like watching Colby Calais cover the Beatles or something. It was an audio nightmare. And I couldn't believe what I was watching. And good for Dan Gilbert, the guy who owns the Cavaliers and wrote that nasty letter.
Yeah, I can't believe he didn't tell the Cavaliers owner his decision before he went on TV.
Dude, he wouldn't take his calls. After the last game, he stopped talking to everyone in Cleveland. And everyone from the LeBron entourage kept doing all the talking, and he didn't make any call. He wouldn't personally call the owner of the Cavaliers and say, listen, I want to go do this. Are you going to go play for the Knicks? I can understand that. No. You going to want to follow Michael Jordan's footsteps? No. Do you want to actually put the Clippers on the map? No. You want to go play for the Mets and get 25 Russian hookers every night? No. I'm going to go to the soulless sushi hole that is South Beach and go play with D-Wade and Bosch. Oh, I mean, even if he just called and told him that would have been good.
Yeah. And the weird thing about it, though, Fitzy, is he's saying, well, I want to go win a championship. He was close to the NBA Finals where he was. It wasn't like, Cleveland's a lousy team and they had no chance of winning. They just needed another player or two, and maybe they'd get there.
Another player or two, though, and that's just it. I mean, and the Celtics got it because of their big three. I mean, no one guy is going to win a championship for a basketball team.
No, the big three are obviously the big moving parts and the most important pieces in the Celtics machine. But guys, let's remember, like back in 2008, Celtics are not getting within a whiff of the finals, if not for like late season P.J. Brown, James Posey, and Eddie House doing their thing and being phenomenal bench and role players. And this year, look, we got surprise, unexpected playoff contributions from Nate Robinson, Big Baby. These guys came off the bench this year. Tony Allen played some solid D. Have fun in Memphis. Hope you like. What's for dinner tonight, Mom? Losing. But, you need these role players. Now, they signed that guy Mike Miller down in Miami, which is a huge signing, and that's really what makes me think that the Miami Death Star is going to be fully operational. I'm sorry, the Tri-Ami Miami Death Star. The Tri-Ami Death Star. Yeah, they're going to be awesome. They really are. But he went to the NBA Finals a couple years ago with Cleveland. They won 66 games 2 years ago, 66 games 2 years ago, 62 last year. And this is with Ilgauskas, Mo Williams, Boobie Gibson, and the ghost of Anton Jameson. Just get one more decent player, and you're going back to the finals. I don't understand what he was so afraid of. The kid's 25. He's got 10 years of basketball prime ahead of him. It's a total BS move. Chicken blank. Fill it in yourself, audience.
Yeah. I don't know how one guy, I don't see them winning a championship just because he stayed in Cleveland. I don't know how one guy wins a championship for a 5-member team. They can't do it in hockey, and you're not going to do it in football either.
No, you're not.
So
and that's the John O'Brien Sports Roundup, everybody.
No, I mean, unless it's golf or tennis, one guy's not going to win it for any city.
No. I mean, the world thinks Michael Jordan did it himself, but he got some huge shots along the way, like in '93 to sink the Suns. There was a shot in Game 6 by John Paxson. Of course, Scottie Pippen was huge along the way. And I think Bill Wennington, Bill Cartwright, and Luke Longley may have each averaged 1.2 points in all the games in the finals themselves along the way.
That's worth at least one win.
That's good for at least one win over the course of 6 NBA championships, exactly. Speaking of teams who want to win championships, I know we're probably getting up against it. It thus begins, today is it's like the new birth of the baseball season. Thus opens the second half of the baseball season. And I'm telling you, boys, the Sox are going to surge. They are going to come at you like Inception from all directions and in your dreams. They're going to make the best trades of all time, giving up a whopping nobody. And I think nobody currently plays left, second catcher, and pitches relief for the Sox. And in exchange for giving up nobody, we're going to get back Beckett, Ellsbury, Victor Martinez, Jason Varitek, and Pedroia. That's right, American League. Right off the Sox, that's when DMFP, Dustin, MF Pedroia, and the Laser Show are going to do their best work. We're 5 games back. 5 games is nothing, especially with all the studs we got coming over. Why, we got more studs coming over to Fenway than Sunday brunch at O'Brien's mom's house. Why, I'm telling you right now, I would rather be on the receiving end of a Mel Gibson drunken racial tirade than listen to people say the Sox are done. I would rather spend 90 days in jail with Lindsay Lohan. I would rather drink an ice-cold sex with Rosie O'Donnell on the beach. I would rather get interviewed by Jim Gray as to where I'm taking my talents this fall than to listen to anyone else say the Sox are done. Time to play ball, boys. The second half begins. Let's go, Sox.
Very good.
And congratulations on a Leonardo DiCaprio movie reference before it even opens.
Dude, what? Hey, Baxendale, is O'Brien that deaf to all the buzz that's happening? Has he ever checked the internet?
No, he hasn't really.
I didn't
It's porn sites and that's it. Then it shuts down.
I figured so. Oh, also, by the way, quick DYK, did you know Pocket Money will not be premiering tomorrow night, as I have previously advertised and shamelessly self-promoted here on this radio program and on various other websites and whatnot. It has actually been moved to September. So no Pocket Money premiering tomorrow night. It's been moved to September, which is perfect because it gave us the time that we needed to add 2 things to the show in post-production. 3D and a teenage vampire romance.
Excellent.
So look for what the kids love about Pocket Money and more coming in September. Take care, boys.
Fitzy, we'll talk to you next week.
All right.
Rock 102.